Have you been told your kidneys aren't working like they used to? Maybe your lab results showed high creatinine, or your doctor mentioned the words chronic kidney disease, and suddenly, snacks don't feel so innocent anymore. What if I told you that something as small as a handful of nuts, yes, even the ones labeled heart healthy, could quietly be pushing your kidneys closer to overload? I understand how exhausting it can be. The fatigue that doesn't go away, the swelling in your feet, the constant anxiety every time you look at your blood work. It's a slow, creeping fear, one that many seniors carry alone. You're eating less salt, drinking more water, doing everything right, and yet your kidney numbers keep getting worse. It feels unfair. And more than that, it feels scary. But here's something most doctors don't take the time to explain. Not all healthy foods are kidney-friendly. Some can be shockingly harmful when your kidneys are already under stress. Take nuts, for example. They're praised for heart health, loaded with fiber and healthy fats. But for someone with reduced kidney function, certain nuts are packed with phosphorus, oxalates, and potassium minerals that your kidneys struggle to filter when they're damaged. According to the National Kidney Foundation, elevated phosphorus levels in people with chronic kidney disease can lead to calcium being pulled from the bones, weakening them, and increasing the risk of heart complications. Meanwhile, oxalates can bind with calcium and form kidney stones, adding even more pain and risk to an already fragile system. You see, when your kidneys are tired, even natural choices need to be made with precision. So today, I want to walk you through something simple but powerful: the truth about nuts. Which ones can quietly harm your kidneys, and which ones may actually help them function better. No pills, no complicated regimens, just real, whole foods. This is not about fear. This is about clarity, and giving you the power to choose what truly supports your health. Let's start by looking into the most surprising nut culprits hiding in your pantry right now. Cashews are often praised for their creamy texture and heart-healthy fats. But if you're living with kidney issues, especially chronic kidney disease or high creatinine levels, this seemingly innocent snack can be a hidden danger. The problem lies deep in its nutrient profile. Cashews are alarmingly high in both phosphorus and oxalates, two substances your kidneys struggle to manage once they're no longer functioning at full capacity. Let's break this down. Phosphorus is a mineral that, under normal conditions, helps build strong bones. But when your kidneys can't filter it out properly, phosphorus starts to accumulate in the blood, pulling calcium from your bones and depositing it into your blood vessels. This leads to vascular calcification and weakened bones, an extremely dangerous combination for older adults. At the same time, cashews contain a high level of oxalates, natural compounds that can bind with calcium to form kidney stones. In a healthy person, the kidneys flush these out efficiently. But in someone with reduced kidney function, even moderate consumption of high oxalate foods like cashews can contribute to stone formation, inflammation, and further damage. What happens if you eat too many? You might not notice right away, but the signs can build over time. Fatigue, nausea, itchy skin, metallic taste in the mouth, and more frequent cramping. These are subtle symptoms of rising phosphorus and potassium levels in the blood, which cashews can worsen due to their mineral content. You might even feel bloated or uncomfortable after a small serving. Now, if for some reason you truly love cashews and feel they're hard to give up, there is one important precaution. Portion control is everything. Limit your intake to a few pieces occasionally, not handfuls, and never roasted with salt or oil. Soaking cashews overnight and discarding the water may help reduce some oxalate content, though not completely. It's also critical to monitor your lab numbers closely if you choose to include them at all. But the best choice? Avoid them altogether if you've been told to watch your phosphorus, potassium, or oxalate intake. There are other nuts and seeds that offer health benefits without taxing your kidneys in the same way. Your kidneys are working hard enough. They don't need an extra burden from something you snack on. They say walnuts are a superfood for your brain, your heart, even your skin. But what if I told you that this healthy nut could quietly work against you if your kidneys are struggling? Here's the truth. Walnuts are packed with phosphorus, over 300 milligrams in just one small handful. That's far more than your kidneys can comfortably handle if they're already under stress. For someone with chronic kidney disease, that kind of phosphorus load doesn't just slip through the system. It builds up in your blood, causing serious complications over time. Too much phosphorus in the bloodstream triggers a dangerous chain reaction. Calcium is pulled out from your bones to balance the excess, leaving bones weaker and more prone to fractures. And that's not the end of it. As phosphorus levels rise, it starts to harden your blood vessels too, raising your risk of cardiovascular events, which is the last thing anyone with kidney disease needs to worry about. You might not feel the effects immediately, but they creep in. Aching bones, muscle weakness, constant fatigue, skin that starts to itch without reason, even shortness of breath. These symptoms may sound vague, but they're often tied to phosphorus overload, something walnuts can quietly accelerate if you're not careful. Now, if you truly enjoy walnuts and don't want to give them up completely, the key is mindful moderation. Stick to a very small amount, just a few pieces occasionally, and never the sweetened or salted varieties. Avoid walnut butters or mixed trail snacks that make portion control nearly impossible. And always check your labels. Some processed walnut products are combined with added phosphate preservatives, making things even worse. The bottom line is this: walnuts are not inherently bad, but they're not made for kidneys that are already struggling to filter. If you have elevated creatinine, weakened kidney function, or have been advised to monitor your mineral intake, this is a nut best left on the shelf. You can find safer, equally tasty alternatives that nourish your body without overwhelming your kidneys. Your energy, your bones, and your long-term health will thank you for it. Almonds are everywhere. In snack mixes, energy bars, almond milk, and even healthy desserts. They've become a go-to choice for those trying to eat clean. But for anyone living with kidney problems, almonds can be a silent saboteur. What most people don't realize is that almonds are extremely high in oxalates, natural compounds that can bind with calcium and form sharp, painful kidney stones. For healthy kidneys, that's usually not a problem. But if your kidneys are already weakened or struggling to filter properly, those oxalates can build up fast and create the perfect storm for stone formation. Even worse, almonds carry a significant phosphorus load around 130 milligrams per small serving. If your kidneys can't eliminate excess phosphorus, it accumulates in the blood and starts pulling calcium from your bones. That leads to weak bones, joint pain, and a higher risk of fractures. All this from a handful of nuts that were supposed to be healthy. What happens when you eat too many almonds with impaired kidneys? You may start to feel bloated, unusually tired, or even notice discomfort in your lower back. For some, it might be an increase in urination or a burning sensation that suggests tiny crystals trying to pass through the urinary tract. It's not just uncomfortable, it's a red flag that your kidneys are under siege. If almonds are already a part of your diet and you feel hesitant to give them up, here's what you can do. Never eat them daily, and keep the serving size to an absolute minimum, just a few pieces, and not every day. Avoid almond butter completely, as it's far too easy to overconsume. Also, stay away from salted or flavored varieties that add extra sodium, another stressor for your kidneys. The truth is, almonds have been marketed as a miracle snack, but when it comes to kidney health, they're a risky choice. If your kidney function is compromised, this is one nut that may do more harm than good. And the harm doesn't always show up right away. It's the slow build-up that's dangerous, the kind that's easy to miss until it's too late. So be cautious. The price of a healthy crunch isn't always worth it. They're crunchy, addictive, and often marketed as a natural snack. You'll find sunflower seeds in glove compartments, snack drawers, and sports bags across America. But if your kidneys are already under strain, these tiny seeds could be doing more damage than you think. The danger starts with their mineral content. Sunflower seeds are surprisingly high in both phosphorus and potassium, two minerals that healthy kidneys can easily filter, but compromised kidneys cannot. When phosphorus builds up in your blood, it leaches calcium from your bones. When potassium rises too high, it can disrupt your heart rhythm. Combine both, and you've got a cocktail of complications waiting to happen. But that's not all. Most sunflower seeds on the market are heavily salted, and high sodium intake is a well-known enemy of kidney health. Salt makes the body hold onto water, which raises blood pressure and puts even more pressure on already weakened kidneys. For those with chronic kidney disease, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. If you've ever snacked on sunflower seeds and felt bloated afterward or noticed swelling in your hands, ankles, or face, that may be your body waving a red flag. High sodium and potassium levels can also leave you feeling dizzy, fatigued, or short of breath. It doesn't happen overnight, but the effects compound over time. Now, if you absolutely can't give them up, there are ways to minimize the harm. Choose unsalted, dry-roasted sunflower seeds only, and limit your portion to a small sprinkle no more than a tablespoon at a time and not every day. Never buy flavored varieties. Most of them contain hidden phosphates, flavor enhancers, and excess sodium that aren't listed clearly on the label. And always drink plenty of water if you do eat them, but only within the limits set by your healthcare provider. It's easy to underestimate sunflower seeds. They're small, familiar, and often seen as harmless, but for kidneys that are fighting to keep up, they're anything but. These seeds can quietly overload your system with minerals and salt, tipping the balance from manageable to dangerous without warning. Being mindful now could spare you from complications later. After everything we've just uncovered, you might be wondering, is there any nut or seed that's actually safe for my kidneys? Thankfully, the answer is yes. Let's turn the page, from danger to healing, starting with one of the smallest but most powerful seeds on the planet, flax seeds. Think of flax seeds as nature's quiet helper. They may not be flashy, but inside each tiny seed is a treasure trove of kidney-friendly nutrients. They're low in phosphorus and potassium, making them far gentler on weakened kidneys than most nuts. But what makes them truly special is their high content of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid with powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is a silent enemy in kidney disease. But studies have shown that ALA from flax seeds may help reduce markers of inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and even support better blood pressure control, 3 critical factors in protecting kidney function as we age. That's an impressive list for something so small. Using flax seeds is simple. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons per day, around 3 to 4 times a week, is all it takes. But here's the key. Always use ground flaxseed, not whole. Whole seeds often pass through the digestive tract untouched, offering little benefit. Ground flaxseed, on the other hand, is easily absorbed and can be added to so many dishes. When buying flax seeds, look for organic, pre-ground flaxseed stored in a sealed, opaque bag. Keep it in the fridge after opening. It's rich in healthy fats that can turn rancid if left out. If you buy whole seeds, grind a small batch at home using a coffee grinder and store it cold. Flax seeds have a mild, nutty flavor that blends well with oatmeal, smoothies, soups, and even applesauce. Try mixing them with a little cinnamon and chopped pear. It's warm, earthy, and comforting. You can even stir a spoonful into a bowl of cooked quinoa or sprinkle over roasted vegetables. This isn't just about what to avoid anymore. This is about reclaiming control with choices that nourish, not burden your kidneys. And flax seeds? They're one of the best places to begin. If flax seeds are the steady healer, then chia seeds are the gentle detox your kidneys have been quietly hoping for. Just like flax, they're tiny, but don't let their size fool you. These little black and white pearls hold an impressive ability to support kidney health without overstimulating the filtration system. What makes chia seeds truly unique is their high soluble fiber content. When soaked in water, they form a soft gel, almost like a cushion, that moves through your digestive tract, sweeping away toxins and waste products. This means less burden on your kidneys, which no longer have to work overtime trying to eliminate everything through urine alone. Beyond fiber, chia seeds are naturally low in phosphorus and potassium, making them a safe, kidney-friendly choice for most people with early to moderate chronic kidney disease. They also contain plant-based omega-3 seconds and magnesium, both known for their anti-inflammatory and blood pressure stabilizing effects, Two key benefits when your kidneys are trying to heal. You don't need a lot to make a difference. Just 1 tablespoon a day, 4 to 5 times a week, is plenty. But preparation is key. Always soak chia seeds for at least 20 minutes before eating. This not only makes them easier to digest, but it also activates their gelling power, which helps line and soothe your intestines while reducing the pressure on your renal system. When shopping, go for organic chia seeds, free from added sugar or flavorings. The plain, raw kind is best. You can always add your own twist. Store them in a cool, dry place, and they'll last for months. Taste-wise, chia seeds are neutral, which gives you freedom. Mix them into a morning smoothie. Stir them into unsweetened yogurt with a dash of vanilla, or make a simple chia pudding with almond milk and a few slices of fresh peach. For a refreshing twist, try adding a spoonful to lemon water. With mint, it's hydrating, satisfying, and feels like a spa treatment in a glass. At this stage in life, food should work with your body, not against it. Chia seeds do exactly that, helping your system flush out waste more gently while giving back nutrients that calm inflammation and support balance. It's a small step, but one your kidneys will thank you for, day after day. Not all kidney-friendly foods are completely off limits or completely safe. It's often about how much and how wisely you use them. And pumpkin seeds fall right into that delicate middle ground. Pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas, are rich in magnesium, zinc, and plant-based protein, all excellent nutrients for the body. Zinc, in particular, plays a key role in supporting immune function and reducing inflammation, which can be especially helpful if your kidneys are already weakened or inflamed. But here's the catch. Pumpkin seeds also contain a moderate amount of phosphorus, and that's where things get tricky. If you're eating large portions of pumpkin seeds regularly, that phosphorus starts to add up. And as we've discussed before, for anyone with chronic kidney disease, excess phosphorus can become toxic over time, leading to bone loss, joint pain, and cardiovascular stress. It's not about whether pumpkin seeds are good or bad, it's about how your kidneys can handle them. The key is moderation. If you want to include pumpkin seeds in your diet safely, stick to 1 to 2 tablespoons per serving and limit that to 2 or 3 times per week. That gives you the anti-inflammatory and immune-supporting benefits without overloading your system. When buying, choose unsalted, dry-roasted pumpkin seeds or raw ones. Avoid flavored, sweetened, or salted varieties. They often come loaded with hidden sodium or artificial additives that can quietly hurt your kidneys. If you're feeling ambitious, buy raw seeds and roast them lightly at home with just a pinch of turmeric or paprika for extra anti-inflammatory benefits. Pumpkin seeds can be enjoyed sprinkled over a salad, mixed into brown rice or quinoa, or blended into a homemade trail mix with dried cranberries and a few sunflower seeds, if your potassium levels allow. Another trick? Crush them slightly and use them as a topping on roasted vegetables. It adds a satisfying crunch without going overboard. Pumpkin seeds remind us that not all nutrition is black and white. With the right balance, even a moderate-risk food can become a gentle ally. And when you treat your kidneys with care, every small decision, every sprinkle, every serving can help move you one step closer to strength, stability, and healing. Peanuts might seem like an unlikely friend to your kidneys, especially after all the warnings about phosphorus, potassium, and oxalates. But here's the twist. When chosen and consumed carefully, peanuts can actually be a safe and satisfying part of a kidney-conscious diet. First, let's talk facts. Compared to other nuts, peanuts are lower in oxalates, which means they carry a reduced risk of triggering kidney stones, a major win for anyone with a history of painful episodes or compromised filtration. They also offer plant-based protein that's easy to digest, which supports muscle maintenance without putting too much strain on the kidneys like animal proteins can. But don't get too comfortable. Peanuts still contain a moderate amount of potassium and phosphorus, and that means portion control is absolutely non-negotiable. Go beyond your limits, and the same problems can return: mineral buildup in the blood, bone demineralization, and added pressure on the heart and kidneys. It's a tightrope walk, but one you can manage with the right steps. The safest way to enjoy peanuts is simple. Choose dry-roasted, unsalted varieties, the kind with no added oils, sugars, or sodium. That means no honey-roasted, no barbecue-flavored, and definitely no salted cocktail peanuts. Better yet, if you can find organic dry-roasted peanuts, you'll avoid unwanted additives entirely. Stick to no more than 1 ounce, about 28 grams per serving, and only 2 to 3 times a week. That's enough to enjoy the taste and nutritional benefits without crossing the line into kidney stress. Peanut butter can also be an option, but only if it's natural, unsweetened, and made from 100% peanuts. Even then, keep it to a thin spread, not a heaping spoonful. Want to make them more enjoyable? Try pairing a few peanuts with a slice of apple or pear. The natural sweetness balances the richness of the nuts beautifully. Or, sprinkle a small handful over a bowl of unsweetened oatmeal for extra texture and flavor. Peanuts won't reverse kidney damage, but when used wisely, they can offer protein, satisfaction, and a touch of comfort without tipping your body into danger. It's all about respect. Respect for your kidneys, for your limits, and for the quiet power of food done right. Now that you know which seeds and nuts support your kidneys, not burden them, it's time to bring it all together. This isn't about strict rules or boring meals. It's about creating a nourishing, delicious rhythm your body can thrive on. Imagine starting your day with a warm bowl of oatmeal, topped with ground flaxseed and a spoonful of chia gel, soft, soothing, and rich in fiber to ease your digestion. Around midday, maybe a handful of unsalted peanuts paired with sliced pear brings a satisfying crunch and natural sweetness. And for dinner, a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds over roasted vegetables gives you a burst of zinc and flavor without going overboard. This isn't a diet. It's a kidney-smart lifestyle, one that celebrates food, not fears it. The beauty of these safe seeds lies in how they work together. Flax to calm inflammation, chia to lighten the detox load, pumpkin for immune strength, peanuts for gentle plant-based protein. When rotated wisely throughout your week, they become more than just snacks. They become part of your healing. So here's your invitation. Rebuild your plate with purpose, not pressure. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be informed. Let your choices come from a place of care, not fear, and watch how your body responds. Your kidneys are still with you, still fighting for you. And with every smart, simple bite, you're fighting for them too.